welcome to another session of General Knowledge Quiz with Edupedia World. In the sports section, continuing our questions on your favorite sports, cricket, today we shall take up some of the records in the field of cricket. Now, these are those records which cannot be broken. So let's go ahead and see the questions and see where you stand. So straight away, here is our first question for the day. Who is the first Indian batsman to have scored centuries in both the innings of a test match? Your options are A. Sachin Tendulkar, B. Rahul Dravid, C. Sunil Gavaskar, or D. Vijay Hazare. As usual, you have 5 seconds. Your time starts now. And the answer is D. Vijay Hazare. Vijay Samuel Hazare was the first Indian cricketer to have scored centuries in both the innings of a test match against the prolific Australians at Adelaide in 1947-48 series on 23rd of January 1948. Although India lost the match later on, but that was a record to remain forever. Now there are some other Indians who have achieved this feat, in which Sunil Gavaskar has done it 3 times, Rahul Dravid has scored centuries in both the innings of a test match twice, and Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane have achieved this once. Moving on to the next question for the day. Here we have, who is the first Indian batsman to be out for a pair of duck in both the innings of a test match? Your options are A. Bishan Singh Bedi, B. Maninder Singh, C. Virendra Sehwag, or D. Vijay Hazare. Once again, the answer is Vijay Hazare. Unfortunately, Vijay Hazare was the first person to be out for a pair, that is a pair of duck, in both the innings of the same test match. And this happened against England at Kanpur in the year 1951-52. Now there are some other Indians who have had this unfortunate instance. Amongst them are Bishan Singh Bedi, who is the only other captain to have been out for a pair of duck in both the innings. However, he was a bowler and the 11th number batsman. The others are Bhagwat Chandrasekhar, who was out for a pair 4 times. Ajit Agarkar is the only Indian to be out for a pair of duck twice consecutively, that is in continuous 2 matches. The other Indians are Gulab Chand Rai, Maninder Singh and Rashid Patel, and all of these players were out for a pair on their debut. To this list, the only prolific batsman added is Virendra Sehwag. He was out for a pair of duck once. Well, so let's move on to the next question, and that is, who is the first Indian cricketer to score a half century in a test match? Your options are C.K. Naidu, Lala Amarnath, Amar Singh, or Vijay Merchant. And the answer is C. Amar Singh. Amar Singh was an aggressive opening fast bowler and a lower order pinch hitter, a great all-rounder of the inaugural Indian Test series of 1932. And in the very first match which India played, in the first inning, he scored 51 runs and he was the first Indian to score a half century. He also took 2 5-wickets haul in his career of 7 international test matches, with the best being 7 for 86. And do you know that he was the first player to get the Indian cap? In the very first match, he scored a half century and he came on to bat at number 9. Alright, so now let's move on to the next question for the day. The fourth question, here we have, name the first Indian to score a century in a test match. Your options are A. C.K. Naidu, B. Lala Amarnath, C. Vijay Hazare, or D. Vijay Merchant. And the answer, friend, is B. Lala Amarnath. Lala Amarnath was the first to score a century, and that came against England in December 1933. when he scored 118 runs at Mumbai Gymkhana grounds. And you must know that Lal Amarnath was the father of Surinder, Mohinder, and Rajendra Amarnath, who also played cricket for the country. Alright, so the fifth question for the day, here we have. Name the first Indian to score a double century in a test match. And your options are A. Venu Mankat, B. Pauli Umragar, C. Gundappa Vishwanath, or D. Sunil Gavaskar. And the answer is B. Pauli Umragar. Pauli Umragar scored 223 runs against New Zealand in the 1955-56 series at Hyderabad, and that is the first instance when an Indian scored a double century in a test match. Many have scored after that, including Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar, and others. Alright, so let's move on to the next question, the sixth for the day. Name the first Indian to score a triple century in a test match. This should be easier. Your options are A. Sunil Gavaskar, B. Sachin Tendulkar, C. Virendra Sehwag, or D. Karun Nair. Well, the answer is C. Virendra Sehwag. Yes, Virendra Sehwag is the only cricketer to have scored 300 plus runs for India at two instances. The first came against Pakistan at Multan on 28th of March 2004 when he scored 309 runs. Thereafter, once again at Chennai on 26th March 2008, Sehwag scored 319 runs against South Africa, and that remains as the highest individual score by an Indian till now. Later on, Karun Nair scored 303 runs against England at Chennai on 16 December 2016. So there are just two players who have scored 300 plus runs till now for India. Moving on to the seventh question for the day. Who is the first Indian cricketer to score a half century in an ODI? And your options are Farooq Engineer, Sunil Gavaskar, Ajit Wadekar, or Brajesh Patel. And the answer is Ajit Wadekar. Wadekar was also the captain of the first ODI which India played, and he scored 67 runs in that game. The other half centurion in that game was Brajesh Patel, who scored 82 runs. And this came against England in the year 1974. Alright, so now let's move on to the next question, the eighth question for the day. Here we have. Who is the first Indian cricketer to score an ODI century? Your options are A. Kapil Dev, B. Ravi Shastri, C. Sunil Gavaskar, or D. Mohinder Amarnath. Well, friends, it was Kapil Dev who scored the first century for India, and it came in the ICC World Cup in 1983. He scored this century against Zimbabwe at Tunbridge Wells in the quarterfinals of the World Cup, and his extraordinary knock of 175 runs against Zimbabwe not only saved the day for India, else they would have been ousted from the quarterfinals. Ultimately, India went on to win the World Cup. Haryana Hurricane, as Kapil was called, was known for his style of aggressive batting. A genuine all-rounder India has produced. Well, let's move on to the next question. Who is the first Indian cricketer to score a double century in ODI? And your options are A. Sachin Tendulkar, B. Virendra Sehwag, C. Rohit Sharma, or D. Virat Kohli. And the answer obviously is A. Sachin Tendulkar. Well, you must know that there are only 3 Indians till now who have scored double century in an ODI, one day international. Sachin was the first to score 200 runs not out against South Africa at Gwalior on 24th of February 2010. The others being, in the chronological order, Virendra Sehwag scored 219 runs against West Indies at Indore in 2011. Rohit Sharma is the only batsman to have scored a double century twice. He scored 209 against Australia at Bangalore on 2nd of November 2013. Thereafter, the highest individual score by an Indian in an ODI is 264 by Rohit Sharma against Sri Lanka at Kolkata, Eden Gardens on 14th November 2014. Well, finally, to the last question of the day. Who is the first Indian cricketer to endorse a brand? Your options are A. C.K. Naidu, B. Nawab Patodi, C. Salim Durrani, or D. Farooq Engineer. And the answer is A. C.K. Naidu. Brand endorsement is very common these days, but even in those days, cricketers were considered as stars, and C.K. Naidu, the first Indian captain, endorsed Bathgate Liver Tonic in 1941. He is rightly considered as father of Indian cricket. He was such a prolific cricketer that Mushtaq Ali went on to call him Tiger on the Ground. He received the Padma Bhushan Award in the year 1956, and the C.K. Naidu Lifetime Achievement Award, which the BCCI commenced the year 2003, was named after him, is an honor to this prolific cricketer. Well, that's all we have. We shall continue with the cricketing on quiz in our upcoming video. Keep watching Edupedia World videos.